Hey YouTube, this is Magical Veela, and today I'm going to be talking about blocks. Now you may think you don't have any abundance blocks. There's nothing stopping you that you can control from pursuing your dreams and living a life of purpose and following through on your true calling, yet somehow for some reason you never seem to get to it. So I have a list of many ways, obvious and not so obvious, that you might be blocking your abundance, stopping your good, and preventing yourself from pursuing your true calling. Stay tuned, here it is. So I have here a list of 16 obvious and not so obvious ways that you might be resisting or blocking your good, your success, your abundance, or your life purpose. And here they are. Number 1, you procrastinate and you just never get around to starting or finishing any of your ventures. Number 2, your creations or ideas are never finished. They're never quite good enough. There's something else you need to tweak, something you still need to perfect, something you need to research or go over one more time, or you don't have quite the right lighting, or you're still building your audience, whatever. It's just never quite good enough to actually pull the trigger and get it out there. Number 3, you are often late, especially to important meetings or job interviews or anything that pertains to your calling, your ideal business, your dream career. You're often late and you tell yourself it wasn't your fault. Number 4, your mind is just really so cloudy and you're so confused and you just can't decide and you just don't know what it is that you really want to do or should do or what your true calling is. You just can't figure it out. Number 5, similarly, you just always seem to forget important things. You lost your keys. You forgot where you put those important files. You forgot to set an alarm. You forgot about the meeting. You forgot you were supposed to call that vendor or client or possible funding source back. Number 6, you talk yourself out of ideas, projects, jobs, moves, risks, and so on before you even get started. Maybe you tell yourself BS stories about how, oh, there's just no money in it, or I'm too old to do that, or I don't have the right qualifications, or you know what, I decided that I actually really don't want to do that anyway. Number 7, you view your gifts like a handicap or a curse instead of seeing them as unique advantages. What do I mean by that? Here's an example. Perhaps you're an empath, and you frequently tell yourself and anybody who will listen that it's just such a curse because it means you can feel everybody's emotions around you. And that makes it so hard to stay motivated. And you're always so depressed because of everybody around you, and there's just no help for it. Or you've convinced yourself that there's just no value in your gifts or no money in them, and that you can't possibly do what you love the way you want to do it, so what's the point? I'm going to share a quick story about that. I have an acquaintance who is also a tarot reader. And her BS story is that she cannot be successful as a tarot reader if she tells the truth in her readings. She has convinced herself that if she tells the truth in her readings, she's going to lose all of her clients. And some months back, we were talking about a video that's out there on YouTube with some tips for professional readers. And she said, you know, I was really, excuse me. She said, I was really into that video until it got to the part where they said that you will never be successful if you tell the truth and you have to lie. And I said, what? I missed that. And she said, no, it's in there. They say you're going to lose all your clients unless you lie. You flat out have to lie or you will not be successful. So I rewatched the video and I was paying very close attention, looking for that part where they say you have to lie in your readings or you'll never build up a clientele. And you know what? It wasn't in there. I could not find it. What they did say was that there's different ways to present the truth and that you don't always have to do it in a way that's hurtful or brash, that you can actually express it to clients in a way that they can hear it. But she didn't hear that. A few months after that, I saw a post of hers on Instagram where she was asking all of her followers, what do I do? I don't know what to do. I can't be a reader because I want to tell the truth. And if I tell the truth, I'm going to lose all my clients. Which told me that she was still telling herself the same BS story. That is just spin or positioning. So if you can spin your gifts or your style to be a negative, then you can also get creative and spin them to be positive, unique advantages. Am I right? You know I'm right. I'm right. Number 8, you manifest something seemingly completely beyond your control that prevents you from taking the big leap, such as getting sick, breaking your wrist, eating something you forgot that you're allergic to, or maybe you get arrested or you run out of gas on the way, or you forget to pay the bills so your internet gets disconnected, or a friend, a partner, a child has some kind of issue or meltdown or drama that only important you can help them with, so you have to drop everything and go deal with it. Number 9. You waste a lot of time networking or building your tribe, establishing important relationships. A lot of that time, in fact, most of that time, if you're being honest, is spent talking about other people, chatting socially, searching for just the right meme to post, or complaining about how it's just impossible for you to pursue your dreams right now because you've got bills to pay, and anyway, you're always so busy with that job that you hate. Score yourself 2 points for this one if your chosen tribe is all in the same boat with you, and most of the time they are commiserating with you instead of calling you on your BS. Number 10. Speaking of talking about other people, you spend any time at all worrying about your competition and you feel any anger toward them for any reason. Oh, you think they're frauds. You think it's unfair that they are so successful. You think they're just not that hot, and so on. This is not only a waste of your time and energy, but you are also putting them down in a feeble attempt to distract yourself and make yourself feel better. but it is actually going to have the opposite effect. It's going to make you feel like crud, and you will convince yourself that everyone else is secretly being just as critical of you. Spoiler alert, that other person that you're talking about who's successful doing what you wish you were doing, they're not spending any time at all thinking about you. I guarantee it. Remember, if you were blogging about so-and-so instead of working on your own material, you're not a coach. You're actually a self-nominated coach critic. Now, is that really what you set out to be? Number 11. You keep spending money and time on courses and certifications that you don't really need and maybe don't even want to do. You just think that they might be a good way to make some quick money. And now you have spent so much time and invested so much money on those courses that you feel obligated to follow through and do those jobs, or at least try to, because you've got to pay off that debt and you want to justify the money that you've spent. Guess who's going to be a bartender and not an energy worker? Number 12, your chosen partner is a hot mess. They keep you constantly distracted with all their drama. Not only are they not contributing financially, but they're actually costing you time, money, and resources by constantly borrowing your car, asking you to watch the kids, getting arrested, getting into wrecks, having problems and issues that they need you to solve and deal with. So you end up dropping everything and spending all your time and energy cleaning up after their drama. Number 13, or your chosen partner is someone who is adamantly against whatever it is that you secretly feel called to do. Such as he's very religious and you secretly feel called to explore your psychic gifts. You've arranged it so that you are financially dependent on him. Maybe you even live with him. And so now you have good reason to say, well, I can't because so-and-so would leave me or divorce me and I can't survive without him. Number 14, your grown kids are still living at home, and or you've taken in other people's grown kids and you don't expect them to help out at all, nor do they have any chores, and or they create a lot of drama by misbehaving, acting out, or cause you extra work because they're not contributing financially. Taking care of them keeps you so busy and distracted, you never have the time or energy for your soul work, but you're in no hurry to encourage them to actually grow up and move out. Number 15, you've let yourself gain weight, you've stopped taking care of your hair or your skin, or in some other way you've stopped tending to your appearance or your health, and now you tell yourself that you can't make videos for YouTube or take photos for your social media or website until you've lost weight or bought a new wardrobe or some other excuse that seems just completely insurmountable right now. Number 16, finally, this last one is that you just get really anxious. You have a sort of nameless fear or anxiety that you can't pinpoint and you haven't really analyzed, but it seems to flare up anytime you even think about taking a step in the direction of your dreams. It may even feel like a full-blown panic attack. You haven't really analyzed it or thought about what you could do to cure it or get past it. Instead, you've just decided that you're too afraid, you can't do it, and that's that. But those ideas, that push, that intuitive nudge just keeps coming up. Now, this is by no means an exhaustive list, and I delve much deeper into the causes of blocks, resistance, and anxiety that can stop you from living an expansive life and pursuing your true soul calling. And more importantly, how to bust those blocks in my course, Worth. So if you're interested in checking that out, I'll include a link below. Again, the course is called Worth. You can get to it at magicalguidance.com/worth, and there'll be a link below. And while you're at my site, sign up on my email list so you can be notified of future classes. And again, as always, if you got something out of this video, please give me a like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks so much for watching.